I got to cook dinner. Welcome, everybody. I didn't have to press start. Shocked the heck out of me, but welcome to another Rev Talk. Normally, I have to press start before we record, but I wanted you all to know that Reverend Kim drew a card, and we are going to discuss this card because it has good, it has bad, and it has anything in between. And let's see what you think of the word. Take it away.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Reverend Beverly. So again, the card I drew, and it reminded me when you said it has good, it has bad. I kept thinking the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's good.
The card is optimism, and when I drew it this morning, I was like, well, this is a good card to have. Period, flat out, it's a good card to have. Optimism. It's a reminder to stay optimistic and to look at the bright side of things. And as you and I were talking before we started to record, the energy is feeling very heavy lately. And there's an awful lot of stuff, if you choose to read it, that is not very pleasant. I choose not to read a lot of the unpleasantness because of this heaviness. And so I'm glad I drew this card, because optimism is something that we, especially me, need to be reminded of, to stay optimistic instead of being
Pessimistic.
pessimistic or more cynical. And I was thinking, as I was trying to find my words, I did mention to someone, I said, you can very easily stay on the side of untrustworthiness, of being distrustful of people. And if you trust, then trust will open up. If you distrust, then there are more things that you will discover to distrust. And it's that same thing. If you look for the good, you will find it. If you look for the bad, you will find it. And where is your focus?
Well, that's an example, real quick, to chime in. Namaste. I see the light in you that you see in me. I see the love in you. So that's looking on the bright side of things. And this is what we hope to do. And it's not that there isn't bad out there or evil out there. It's we're not going to acknowledge it or give it any more power over us.
Right, exactly. I do not, I choose to live my life finding the good and seeing the good in everyone. And I know that's a broad blanket statement. I don't like making blanket statements. The people that I come across, I choose to believe what they tell me. I choose, with discernment, I choose to see the good in them. I choose that, rather than living my life being cynical and always thinking that they're out to get me, or that they're out to do harm, or that they're out to, I choose not to live my life that way. I choose to live my life looking for the light.
You're not living in fear. And we create our own life by what we see. So we're not seeing that. So it's creating, for lack of a better word, a bubble around us, but it's coming from the right place. So it is very positive and a very positive way to live.
Well, and I think I've said this before, at least I know I've said it to some people. I don't know if I've said it here. This is, my universe is filled with people who are loving and caring and trusting and helpful. And there are those that are like, well, that's, you got your head in the clouds. Like, well, that's my universe. This is my universe. I'm creating my universe. If you happen to bump into my universe, and you're going to get some of that too, So there's where the optimism comes in. So hopefully you're going to get some of that peace and love and happiness and joy and cooperative and compassion and you know, there are those who are like, well, you're sticking your head in the sand. No, no, not. No, I'm not. I'm choosing to live my life this way. And when you come from that place of joy, of happiness, of love, of optimism, the universe looks at that and says, okay, we'll just send you more. Now,
True.
am I like that all the time? No, I'm not. I'm working on it. I'm a human being. So there are times when my triggers get the better of me. And, I that's why I like using my cards and having them here at my desk as a reminder throughout my day. Okay, I might lose my focus. I might lose my train of, my happy train going off the tracks a little bit, but then I pick up a
Pull
card or
yourself
I
back
see it
in.
and it's like, okay, all right, let's swing ourselves back, back on track.
It's so true. I've been drawing a card, starting to draw cards again, and I've been doing the star seed,
Oh,
and it's just so enlightening. It's like everything I've been doing is pushing me in the right direction, and it's just like validation. And the first of it was the black hole, the void. That to me, oh no. But no, that's where you sit and you stop and you let the world go by. And then you got every opportunity open to you. And from then on out, I've been getting validations on those. And it's wonderful to actually use the cards for that day to accomplish what the card is telling you you should be doing. And
absolutely.
it's really a wonderful tool.
Well, and yeah, you're absolutely right. It is. It's most people, get very afraid of, cards or tarot or what the pictures are. It's a tool. It doesn't, it's not an end all be all. It's a tool to use. For me, because it's visual, um, it's a very quick reminder for me to keep me on track. Reminds me, again, the one of the other cards I drew, the Dark Light Oracle, um, is the forest, which is trust your compass. So there again, the same thing as far as being, an optimistic. There are times when I know you might sit back and doubt yourself, like, oh, should I? Trust your compass. Trust your compass in the direction you're going. If it feels good to you, if it feels loving, it feels kind, it feels, you know, right, trust your compass.
That's right.
Be optimistic, come from a place of gratitude. I was telling somebody, it's like, oh, and I need to remind myself to do that too. And that's why I love drawing, the optimism card is thank you. I say it a couple times a day, if not more, is, thank you for my abundance.
Yep.
Thank you for my abundance. And little things start to appear that show me that, I should be thankful for my abundance. Things pop up and I love
Exactly
that.
right.
I love that feeling.
That's what we're all about, because the more we spread, the more there is in the world.
Absolutely. The more love, the more joy that you fill your life with, it overflows and others see it, others feel it. It's that's the energy. It can feel a little heavy right now. And of course I'm reading all this stuff about heading into the eclipse season.
Oh, yes.
And apparently, and I was out the farm yesterday, and I got another confirmation. It's like this upcoming eclipse is a biggie. Now, I haven't done any research as to why it's a biggie. I mean, I'm reading some little things here and there. I haven't really gone down
I
that
think
rabbit
they
hole.
said it is very powerful because it hasn't been at this much magnitude in 17 years.
Okay. Okay. So again,
How everything aligning.
try and stay optimistic rather than, in ancient times, eclipses were viewed as bad omens, like, oh, things awful happen, the sun is being swallowed up and all of that. And I think there might be some of that old fear left in our DNA from way back when. And so it's up to us to choose the side of optimism rather than,
Exactly right.
the sky is falling kind of running
We
around.
don't get to see it.
No,
We
I
will
know you
see
don't.
it.
My friend Tammy gave me eclipse sunglasses that I will I will be using. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's another phenomenon that happens for us,
That's
and
right.
it is exciting. It gets to be. It gets to
That's
be
good.
exciting. And that's the mindset you come into, the optimism. That's a choice that you make. And so I guess Angel Amy has said about telling your story. If you don't like the way your story's going, tell it differently. Change your story.
Exactly right.
Come from a place of optimism. So with that, my dear, what do you think?
I think we're complete.
Okay. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us again on another Rev Talk, and to remind you to be gentle with yourself and to be kind to yourself, and to remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time, my friends, be well